We're here today doing a quick little install. We have the Delta X pitch mount. I opted going with the 70A. Um, this is the packaging it came in. Got stickers. We have instructions. Color with color too, which, man, this is amazing. Packaging looks good. So shout out to Delta X for hooking me up. Uh, I have the GR Corolla already somewhat set up. We have to get underneath the car and lift it up from the front. But if you don't have a long enough jack, it just makes it real difficult. And then on the sides here, on the rail where normally you would pick up the car, there's only one spot because you have it covered. So my fix for that, I got the Megan Racing 2.5 ton stubby ramps, and that normally helps. And these detach like this and just makes it to where I get enough clearance to get the jack underneath, pick it up, put my jack stands, and that's how I do it. But yeah, we got to get down this area right here, take out the skid plate. Now I'm not going to do a full step-by-step video. I mean, there's plenty of videos out there already, but I just wanted to make a quick little video. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I got the camera somewhat set up. Now I'm not going to be able to hold it and do this at the same time, so I just try to find the best possible angle I can get for you guys. But this is very simple. Now, I mean, if you've done your oil change on the GR Corollas, you know you got the 10 mils that you got to take off. So now what I did is I have a 1/2 inch impact, and I hit both of the bolts, got them loose, and I'm actually able to take them off by hand. So I took off both of the bolts on the mount, and then Delta X tells you to take off the other 14 mil that are on the bracket on the mount. But if I am able to just take off just the pitch mount itself, then I won't take off the other 4. But if I have to, it's not a big deal. It's 14 mil and we can take it off. But I am going to attempt to take it off this way. So now going in, it's going to be the fun part, because it tells you that it needs to be, if I read it correctly and remember correctly, it says it has to be torqued down to 120, 125. But getting the one on the side might be a problem. I do not have the car high enough for my torque wrench to fit down here, so I might just have to hit it with the impact. The one on the center might not be a problem. I think I can get to it. So I have to reread the instructions and make sure which one of these is the one that needs to be torqued down, if not both. But man, and it looks like I might, let's see, finish taking off this. So it looks like I am going to have to take off the 4 bolts for this bracket, which is not a big problem. We can take it off. So you need that extra room to pull it out. So let's go ahead and take these off. Looks like they're not too tight on there. Now I have 4 bolts here. I want to try and put them back in the same hole that they came off. So let's see if I don't mix these up. Alright. So I can move this out the way. Slide this off and oh, yep. Now you can see it broken already, and that's technically what I started feeling on this car. So I have 18K on this car, and at first it felt pretty good. I mean, I done a couple of things. I did the short throw from Racer X, and the shifter felt amazing. But I mean, even then, right, the stock one felt good. I didn't think I needed to change anything. I mean, I came from a WRX, a 17. So the shifter on this car felt amazing. So I never really did anything. Okay, talking about the pitch mount. So just make sure that this part that says up is facing up, right? Then we have this here. I'm gonna slide this here. I'm gonna try and line it up. Here. Everything still looks like it's lined up. So let's say you have the car jacked up, right? So it takes me 10 minutes to get the car up. Now, if I wasn't recording, I could have probably done this. Let's see, another 5 minutes to take off the skid plate. 5 minutes to take off the skid plate. 5 to 10 minutes to do this part. So you're talking about like at least a good 30-minute install if maybe I wasn't recording, right? So I mean, that tells you it's pretty simple install. Instructions that Delta X sent, they're amazing. I mean, just follow them. They're in color. Everything's big. You can read everything correctly. There's no way you can mess this up. I mean, if you got minimum tools, you can do this. It takes nothing fancy. The only thing I would say is the torque, right? The torque wrench. But even then, just now this DeWalt impact that I have here, it's rated for, I believe, 500. No, I'm not gonna sit here and hit it, but on one of the bolts here, I might end up having to do it, the one here on the side, just because I don't have the clearance. So making sure that all of these fit in correctly. Now they do. So now now that I know that they do, let me go back and make sure. I believe these two boats, the bigger ones, the 22 mils, take the Loctite. So they provide blue Loctite. It's not the red, it's the blue. You just need to make sure that they don't come loose. Let's see. Now it says on here. It says that there's a sequence that you're supposed to time these up. Bracket to 32 foot-pounds, 1 through 4. Okay, so the four bolts have to be torqued down to 32 mil. The subframe, the main one is 115, and then you got the second bolt going sideways, which is 100 pounds. And it says that the blue Loctite goes on both of the bolts, the 22 mil bolts, the bigger ones. So let's see. I got the instructions down here so I don't have to get off anymore. I have my torque wrench. Now that I have everything lined up, I know that's gonna fit correctly. So let's start off with this bad boy. Now you're just adding a tab. You don't have to go all out on these. And then you always want to make sure you start them by hand. Make sure that the thread goes in there correctly. Get them as far as you can by hand. I'm pretty sure it grabbed on already. I felt it get hard. So let's do the side one. Got the ice cream truck coming out here. Man, this Texas summer ain't no joke for real. Luckily I got a little fan going on in the back. Hopefully it's not too loud on the video. But man, without that fan working in this garage, it gets way too hot. Alright. Now, the instructions say to first do the 4 bolts. We're going to torque them down to 32 foot-pounds. So, let's just snug them up. Actually, I think there's a sequence to these. Yep, these are the ones that have a sequence, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it says 1, 2, alright guys, so I am back. I was able to replace the batteries on my torque wrench. Now we're back over here with the 4 bolts, and the instructions say that there's a sequence and you gotta torque them down to 32 foot-pounds, right? So if you're looking at them from the bottom, your bolt number 1 is gonna be on the left side. So passenger furthest to the back. This is your first bolt. And then, let's see, we're gonna try and torque this down. It's telling me to torque it down to 32 foot-pounds. Alright, I guess I gotta have the torque wrench on for that, huh? Alright, let's try this one more time. 32 foot-pounds. Alright, now we're gonna go to bolt number 2, which is gonna be on the right side for front of the engine. 32. Now right next to it on the left side, front engine. Now we're going up here to the last bolt. Alright, I went a little over, but that's fine. 35. Now these weren't too tight in the first place, so 32 foot-pounds seems the right number. Alright. Now, for the bigger ones, we have... Alright, yellow one is telling me we're doing the front one first, which is gonna be 115 pounds. So let's go all the way back up. Alright, 115. Now, I do not know if I have enough leverage down here to do this, but I'm gonna try my best. Actually, let me run it up with the impact first. Alright, let's see. Alright. Same thing with this one. Now I just got them tight on there. Now it's telling me to torque down the front one first. So that's what we're gonna do. Now this thing says 115, yep, 115. Alright, starting to get yellow, so I know I'm getting there. $112. Alright, 115. Now the second one says 100 foot-pounds. Man, I do not think I'm gonna have, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, this is gonna take me a while. And we hit it. So I was able to torque it down to 100. So see, we do not need a lift for this install. which I'm happy because that's the only thing that I was worried about, was trying this install and then realizing that I was gonna have to use a lift. So not that bad now. All right, so I'm inside the car right now. I just turned it on. I guess first impressions about the pitch mount from Delta X. This is gonna be too soon to say, much about it, but I definitely feel like it's, especially like in the steering wheel, I feel a little bit of vibration, which I believe is normal. The shifter feels so much crispy, notchy. I don't know. Feels really good. That pitch mount definitely helps out. And I mean, this is just me turning it on. It's not even breaking in the pitch mount, right? So, I mean, if this thing is gonna feel like this, it feels amazing. Kind of wish I would have done this a little bit sooner. If this is how it's gonna feel, even after the break-in, definitely you can't go wrong whenever you do the pitch mount. If you do the short shifter from, I mean, there's a couple of other companies, but mine, I have the Racer X. I mean, you do that, and then you do the little bushings. I got the spherical bushings, so I could definitely say there's a difference in here, which is what I'm looking for. Looking for my throws to be more crispy. So now I just have to take it out and let's see what it can do. Alright, so I'm just testing out that everything's fine. Going around the corner here in my neighborhood. Pretty good. Now I can't go that fast here in the neighborhood, but I'm gonna see if I can go towards the main road over here. Just do a small little pull. I can already tell that the shifts are definitely smoother, so this pitch mount definitely helps out. Now we just had 4th of July here on Friday. Surprisingly, I don't see a lot of trash in the streets. Everybody does a good job picking up here in the neighborhood. Now here in the neighborhood, here goes a WRX E85. So I know he's done something. I hear him all the time going down the street, and he has a nice exhaust. There's also a Supra down the street and a Type R, a couple of Mustangs, Camaros, but nothing. I haven't seen no other GRC. I mean, these things. I mean, here where I'm at, I probably seen one or two in a month. Now I know with the 2026 versions, now they come out with the automatic transmission, so we're definitely going to start seeing more and more people that didn't want to get the manual, right, come into this platform and start blowing up now, which is a good thing, right? You always want to see people buying the cars. Then you got more companies producing more products for these cars. Now, as far as my car, I really haven't done performance mods. I added a DC catback. I have the Forge Motorsports turbo inlet, but here in the near future I do want to get an intake. Definitely will make the throttle response more, more touchy, give it that feel. But I mean, overall, this car, I've had it for a year. This car has been really amazing. I have no complaints about it. I did come from a Subaru, so having a 2011 STI and then a 2017 WRX. I also had a 2008 Forester. So had a couple of Subarus. I could definitely tell you that this GRC does not disappoint. Just such a fun car. Bit of that induction going on because of that turbo inlet, but it definitely helped out a little bit. Also, just by adding that, I changed out the filter for K&N, and then I added the Forge Motorsport inlet. Helped it a little bit. Noise got a little bit slightly louder, not much, but just opening up those tubes, making the car breathe better. Makes a little difference on the response. I do normally drive on with the IMT on. Definitely helps. Not that I don't know how to drive manual, but I hear a lot of people complaining about the IMT, all this and that, right? But at the end of the day, you're gonna do whatever feels more comfortable for you in your car. So I do not mind driving with the IMT on. It just helps me with the downshifts. Alright guys, so I just wanted to go out on the road and just, get that first impressions, and I can definitely tell you that so far, without even doing the proper break-in, I mean, it feels really good. It just cleaned up my shifts, for sure. which is the main reason why I got this. I don't normally do track or go out to the tracks, right? But I do want to. Just gotta have, some time. Well, make some time for it. But I definitely want to start getting into that. I am going to start going to some of these meets. Here, Houston, I mean, man, they got a big car scene. So, all right, guys. So, I just want to thank you for sticking by and coming along for the ride. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys. So, I just got done installing the pitch mount, and let's see if I can get some light in here. Not really, but you can see how this one at just 18K, it's already torn from the bottom. Obviously, whenever I picked up the car, it felt good. The shifter and everything felt nice, but as more miles got put into the car, you can start to tell whenever these things are failing. Everything on it starts to feel more and more loose. I did install the Racer X short shifters, the bushings for the cables. That helped out. Now I'm hoping that with the Delta X pitch mount, it fixes some of that slop too, and gives it that feeling that I'm after. So only thing I got left to do is get it off of the ramps, take it off, and go for a test drive, see how it feels. Beautiful Sunday here in Houston, Texas. And I gotta watch this car, man. Look at this thing. It pains me to see it like this, but we just got done with a lot of rain here, and that's probably what I'm gonna do now. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching.